What's good, people? How's it going? Wow, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, everyone. How's it going, man? Welcome back to another Fam episode. I'm pretty sure my mic is on, so drop it in the comments. Let me know my mic is on. Video sounds good. But today, we're back, and we're going to kick it with you all. See what's high, see who's high, while we stay high and stay fly. And today's episode is going to be a great one. So drop it in the comments and let me know where you're tuned in from, where you're rolling up from, what you're rolling up, and how much you got left in that jar, man. A lot of people always got a jar filled, but that jar can run out, right? So drop it in the comments and let me know, man. I just want to shout out everyone tuning in the chat right now. I'm seeing Norma G, Mary, Mad Dog, and we've got a lot of people tuning in the chat right now, man, showing love, and that is fantastic. And today we're going to have a great episode for you guys, as always, because this is the Fam show. It's all about you guys, and that's what makes it special, right? The Fam show. Now, on that note, man, first off, we just got to, as usual, shout out the sponsors, man. So let's just get into that. Mad big ups to all the sponsors, man. I just want big ups to Diesel Dog, man. Diesel Dog Clothing. That's actually my brand. I've been working on it. It's super hard behind the scenes, guys. You guys would have seen a lot of different stuff, posts and stuff about it. So if you want to support the channel, man, just cop a t-shirt, cop a hoodie, and Diesel Dog Clothing, man. It goes a long, long way. We got a lot of stuff on there. I know that some of the homies, Paul and Cavbar Jones, have copped the Master Kush hoodie, and we really, really appreciate everyone's support, man. But not just that, we got a lot of other designs and other stuff on there, so check it out, man. Show some love. Cop a hoodie. We got that gas pack, we got the Diesel Dog packs, we got the DD hoodie and not for sale or trade. We got a lot of cool stuff on there, man, so definitely check those things out if you want to show some love, and we're always happy to have you guys show some love. So big ups, man. Big ups to everyone who's supporting. And guys, you know you can't have a grow room without the lights, right? You need lights, tents, carbon filters, exhaust systems, and guess what? Mars Hydro's got a lot of it, man. Mars Hydro's got some great stuff. So for sure, check out the Mars Hydro lights, the tents. Some of those things are banging, man. That's honestly all I use on this channel. I love their lights, and I've got a lot of different ones. I got the SP3000 and 4x2 tent. I got, like you can see on screen, I was putting up the FC4800, and those things just work great, man. On top of that, they actually got some drip irrigation systems as well, so that's pretty dope. Mars Hydro's coming out with some new innovative stuff, and that's always a pleasure to see. So hit that discount code ICANTHC, snag a discount, and you will get some great stuff, man. Now, with that said, man, let's see what else we got going on, man. Of course, we got to shout out all the VIPs, man. All the people supporting on Patreon, all the ICANN fam, man. It's all thanks to you guys, you know. So thank you guys so much for showing love, supporting. Those things make a whole difference and really go a long way. Because you guys know YouTube does not monetize channels like ours. They don't support channels like ours. And that's sort of what we're going to get in today, but on a different platform. Because today's episode is going to be all about that Twitter sphere, man. We're weed tweeting. You guys know about that weed tweet? Do you guys weed tweet? Weed tweet. That's exactly what's going to go on, man. So, for sure, let's stick to the topics, man. Let's get into today's first topic. So, for the first topic, guys, most definitely, we got the first story, which is a pretty interesting one. And I actually touched on it yesterday. But I think I made a little bit of a mistake, you know, those Freudian slips when you say something. You know, I got a little bit of dyslexia and stuff like that. It happens. But yeah, so Twitter is actually the first platform. Let me just show you guys real quick. Got those crickets. Who said that? Anyway, guys, Twitter is the first platform to allow cannabis ads in the U.S., which is pretty friggin' dope, man. So yesterday I actually mentioned this, and I mentioned that it has to be approved by a certain body, and that body, you know, we don't know who that body is going to comprise of and all that sort of stuff, but it's a good step in the right direction, which is fantastic. So earlier this month, well, last month now, because we're now in March, they actually mentioned that they were going to follow a new policy, and this new policy will allow advertisers to advertise some of those CANNAB products, which is fantastic, man, because you guys know YouTube does it, but like on a more ad hoc basis. They don't really want you to know that they're doing it, but they're doing it. It's almost like some real shady shit. And like they say they don't like it, but they really do, unless you're paying them big bucks behind the pockets, you know. big bucks behind them pockets, fam. So honestly, guys, like this is a step in the right direction, and I think it's fantastic. And this change actually speaks to like the growing acceptance of cannabis as a mainstream wellness category. And Twitter says that they're hopeful it'll serve as a catalyst for other social media platforms to follow suit. So I'm talking like Instagram. I actually haven't posted on Instagram in like fucking 2 or 3 weeks, man. Come to think of it, probably 3 weeks now, which is crazy. But honestly, I've just sort of lost some zeal for it because they've just been on some bullshit. I've been seeing people, they're deactivating their own account so Instagram can't deactivate it. Like, what? I'm gonna deactivate my account so Instagram can't deactivate it first. Like, people are literally banking their followers and shit. Like, if it's a fucking game of poker or Monopoly or whatever you want to call it, man, which is fucking wild just to begin with. So honestly, I'm happy to see that we're making some changes in the right direction, and that is exactly what's happening here. So a lot of companies have already jumped onto that bandwagon and started to do some of their ads and stuff, but it's only happening in states where it's illegal. So that's another caveat. Like, how is Twitter exactly going to manage all this stuff? Like, how are they going to know which states is legal, which states is not? Maybe like through VPNs and IP addresses and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't know. But again, it's a step in the right direction, man. So they'll allow ads for FDA-approved pharmaceuticals containing CBD and topical hemp-derived CBD products with a THC content of 0.3% or less in Cali, Colorado, and Puerto Rico. So again, that just goes to show it's only certain places, and like Cali and Colorado, you guys know they've been legal for a while now. I'm not sure what's going on with some of the newer more recently legalized states. But what I will say is that it's great to see that a lot of people are recognizing that, the cannabis space on Twitter, it's fun, it's engaging with users. Users are tweeting about their experiences using the flower, whether it's growing it or just toking it, using it medically or for wellness or even recreation, as well as just recommending, brands, products, and retail locations and stuff like that. So if you're out in Cali or maybe out in Colorado, you may have seen a CANNAB ad on your Twitter. Who knows? I haven't seen it just yet, but I have seen on YouTube, which is messed up, and I keep saying that shit because YouTube hates us kind of content creators, but they run some of these ads like it's wild. So crazy, man. Just wanted to shout out to everyone in the chat right now. Mary says she's never tweeted. Mary, don't worry, I've not done a lot of tweeting either. Heavy hitter in the house, ICANN fam, man, showing love. Will Baker, my bro Will Baker, showing love. Broken Scepter in the house as well. We got a lot of people tuning in. Bokester all the way from Norway, my man. I'm gonna have to go big ups ICANN. Much love, fam. I hope you're good. Man, I love you guys. So let's actually keep on this story, actually, because this story just goes on just a little bit more, man. And I wanted to show you guys that this goes back to what I was saying yesterday. Twitter stops suggesting people who search for marijuana may need drug treatment. Like, what? Why were you guys doing that in the first place? What? Like, I don't know if you guys know, but like on some of these platforms and stuff, like if you search something that they deem, to be a little bit of a risk to, your health or someone's life or wellness or stuff like that. Like, for example, if someone were to search certain things, like, that most people should not search, like if the government saw you searching that shit, they'd probably be concerned, maybe for your health or your wellness or for wellness of other people. That's sort of what they did with this. And I'm glad to see that they moved away from that. So people who were searching for canna-related topics, maybe canna-related articles, tweets, posts, pictures, jokes, whatever it may be, they were literally putting them into a bucket where it's like, yeah, these guys need help. They got a drug addiction. They got a problem. They need help. And that's similar to like a lot of those people who, have alcohol dependency syndromes and stuff like that. And then they'll sort of push them towards like these rehab pages and these rehab companies and stuff like that, which is wild, man. Like, come to think of it, wait, what? What is wrong with these people? Why do they think of us like such substance abuse fucking things, man? It's pretty crazy. So let's see exactly what they say. They say help is available if you or someone is struggling with substance abuse. You're not alone, the prior warning said, and it directed users to SAMHSA's helpline and website. I'm just looking for some flour near me, bro. I'm just trying to find some weed. Like, substance abuse and all this sort of stuff, and sending me to this hotline for help. Like, what the fuck, bro? No, that's crazy. That's so screwed. Now, actually, let's jump back into this article because interestingly, while the SAMHSA treatment resources were flagged for Twitter users who search for certain words, like a lot of these platforms, guys, they flag certain stuff, right? So the algorithm flags certain stuff, and Twitter is no different. So Twitter flags words such as marijuana, cocaine, heroin, searches for cannabis, LSD, MDMA, pills, Adderall, and other drug related terms because those terms come with no such invitation to consider getting help, which further highlights the arbitrary nature of the past feature on the social media platform. So, guys, what? Dude, I just can't believe it, man. Just to hear our favorite plant in the same category with some of these hard ass drugs, man. That's wild. Honestly, it's beyond me. I don't understand what's even going on. So, that said, guys, I just want to ask you to smash the like because our favorite plant is not any of these hard shits, and we just like the plant, man. You know, we can grow it. The shit grows at home. It grows. You throw a few seeds in a pot, the shit grows like that. You know, I don't gotta make it in a lab. It just grows like that. You know, so shout out to Twitter for making some of these changes, man, because that is the first step, I think, to wider acceptance, man, and the fact that they're trying their hardest, even though it's only legal in certain states and they're trying to limit it to those states and stuff, it still shows that they're trying to make some progress. So biggest up on them, man, because that is fantastic, and we can actually go on here and say this is a little part of humor which I found pretty funny. So the next year when the shares of his other company, Tesla, hit $420, this is Elon. Elon responded on Twitter with a crying, laughing emoji and said, "Whoa, the stock is so high." The stock just hit 420. Oh, I love that, man. I'm happy to see that Elon's got at least a sense of humor, man. You know, that sense of humor is really, really great. And I'm glad to see that he's making some changes for the goodness of the community, for the betterness of the community, and all that good stuff. So let's switch on over, man, and get into the rest of the show because that was the first article, and that article was a banger. It was actually a great, great little article, and I'm just happy to see that Twitter is making changes. I hope YouTube follows because I've actually seen a lot of people have been facing grief on YouTube, and a lot of people have been facing grief on Instagram as well. So for sure, guys. Now it's that time for us jump in to the Discord. So what you guys saying? Are you guys in the Discord? If you guys aren't in the Discord, you're definitely missing out. You're missing out on a lot. We got a lot of great stuff on there. We got some great moderators that have been helping us to keep everything running smoothly, and you guys are friggin' amazing. Thank you guys so much, honestly. I'm gonna drop the link for the Discord. This link will only be good for 7 days, guys. So if you want to join up with the Discord, definitely jump in, drop it in, and join up, but don't stick to do it because it's not a permanent link. It may just evaporate after a while and it'll disappear and you won't see it again. You'll never have it. So hit the link. Anyway, guys, that said, Discord is popping. We got some great stuff on the Discord. So perfect. Definitely check that out. If you ain't checked that out, what you doing, bruh? Like, you ain't on the Discord? You ain't on the Discord? What the bro? Stop missing out. Stop missing out. I promise you, it's perfect. Now, that said, we got some great stuff going on in the Discord, man, and we actually created a couple of new categories for you guys. So if you guys got any questions, any topics you guys want to see it in these live shows, definitely check it out. We're right here. We got the need help post here. A lot of people have some great questions, a lot of great topics, a lot of great stuff going on there, some fire plants, and there was a question as well, which I want to run through with you guys. Before we do that, let's also just show you guys the bud porn section. So as you guys can see, we got some great flowers going on the bud porn section. It's just so much great stuff, honestly. So if you guys aren't in there, you're definitely missing out on that shit. Now, what I would say, guys, is that there are a lot of different things when it comes to growing. And the great thing is that a lot of different people, they got different ways of growing. So there's no right or wrong way. And there are a lot of different ways. So as I can see, we got the Plantheon. He actually did a pheno hunt recently, and he used some of that qualitative extermination booster. Look at all these strains. 2 copycat Wolf on Wall Street, 2 copycat Delicious, 2 copycat Blackberry Oreo Stuff, 1 copycat Dr. Big Sleep, 2 classic 719 Cuts and Tino's Tester, 1 classic 719 Cuts Naples Barbershop, 2 in-house genetics garlic syrup, 1 Teddy's Pink Alien Cookies, and 1 Teddy's MK Extra. 2 cocoa garden, man. So many beans being popped in that Qualitips germination booster. Big ups, man. Looking forward to seeing how that turns out. What a pheno hunt. Now that shit is a motherfucking pheno hunt, bro. When I'm talking about pheno, perfect. That's a pheno hunt. Now, guys, definitely jump in on the Discord if you ain't on the Discord. And we also got another one as well, man. So I got a question for you guys. What training methods do you guys like to use? What's your favorite training method? What's your most hated training method? Drop it in the comments down below and let me know. Also, I got a big J. I think it's about time to roll that shit up, man. What you guys saying? Now, I also want to shout out the Elemental Gardener, man. The Elemental Gardener has got a great little setup going. He's also posted on the Discord, and he's saying water day, 9 gallons for the flower room and for the autos. So as you guys can see right now, we on screen, we got a nice little water room setup. I'm loving all the water bottles, man, and you got to have a lot of different water bottles sometimes. I actually have about 3 of those gallon ones, like the water bottle milk jug type looking deal. I got a couple of those, and those things work perfect, man. I refill them, and the great thing about the water bottles, guys, is that you can fill them and you can set them down, and you can just leave the water to evaporate all that chlorine and heavy metals and stuff like that, and you can get that stuff out, and it works great. Your plants love it. A lot of the times, if you go straight from the tap straight to your plants, you may have heavy metals in there. You may have some chlorine, chloramites, and all that stuff, and that's not always ideal for your plants, man. Your plants may be like, yo, what the fuck? You trying to kill me, bro? What you doing? Bruh. What you doing, bro? Bruh, what you doing, bro? You trying to zork me? So shout out to the Elemental Gardener, man. And that's the great thing about the Discord, guys. We got a lot of people posting some great pictures, some great different ideas, tips, and all sorts of stuff. And Seedling Steve, he's always on there posting some great stuff. And shout out to Seedling Steve, man. He's also on the Patreon, man. Now, guys, this is another one that I saw. This is from Mauricio, and he's got some real nice training going on here, man. Looks like such an even and level canopy. I really like it, man. Shout out to him. It's really intuitive. I'm interested to see what sort of frame is that. Like, is that a wooden frame? Is that like, it looks like it's really straight, so it looks like he may have built it himself or something. But man, props to you guys. You guys are so ingenious. And when it comes to like Talkin and rolling stuff up, man, you guys are fucking geniuses, man. I swear, the flower really brings out some of the genius in you guys, man. Oh my god. So guys, definitely check out the Discord, because we got a lot of great stuff going on the Discord. Even when it comes to harvesting, man, when do you want to harvest? We got, a lot of great pictures, trichomes and everything. So when do you guys like to harvest? Do you guys look for the cloudy and amber mix like I do, or do you guys prefer some of the clear and cloudy? How do you guys do it, man? Drop it in the comments and let me know. So for sure, the Discord, we got some great things. And the most important thing that I wanted to touch on, because I saw this on the Discord and I was like, this is such a great idea. And I used to do it, but honestly, I stopped. And a lot of people do it, is having a grow log. So what we got right up here right now is from the chemist. As you guys can see up on screen, he's got a grow log. Or she's got a grow log, can't assume genders and stuff. But the chemist has got a grow log. Anyone else keep a grow log? I just started with this second grow, and I keep notes similar to how I keep a lab notebook. And I'm thinking of creating an Excel spreadsheet to quickly refer to certain things like watering, feeding frequency, age of plants, days in flower, trimmings, lollipopping, days, etc. And that is a fantastic idea, guys. If you have not done this as yet, definitely do it. I got a book which I used to use like almost like a notebook like this, but a little bigger, and I used to use that to write everything down in it. I also had a calendar that I hung on the wall, and when I pop beans, I write the day in. So popped strawberry garlic on this day, popped on that day, flipped a flower on this day, so that way I can tell, okay, this plant's been flowered for like 2 months now, maybe I got about 3 weeks left, because a lot of the times you can, view the trichomes, but if you have an idea of the trichomes and the days that have passed, that can help you out. It can help you out a lot. So most definitely a grow log is a great idea. Shout out to the chemist, man. He's doing some real chemistry with that grow log. And you can write a lot of different things. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want it to be. It can be as simple as just having like a little book. You just write a little book and, write down stuff in that book or a notepad. Or you can go the full Excel spreadsheet route, man. And you can do a Control F search, and you can search for stuff. You could find out what days you did certain things on and all that sort of stuff. So if you're always on your computer, then maybe that's the way to go. If you're an old school guy and you don't like the computer, you like to write shit down like I do, I write everything down, bro. Everything. And yeah, it just works great. So it's all about what works for you. And the grow log is a great way to do that, man. So shout out to the chemist for that, because a lot of people don't think about that. So if you think about that, drop it in the comments and let me know. Shout out to Doc Holiday. Shout out to Norma G, Volcano Rebel, Parkerholic, Brian Madison in the house as well, man. If you ain't smoking, you ain't choking, right? I love you guys, man. Lowe's Grows in the house as well. Larry, much love, brother. Much love. So, guys, we got a lot of great stuff going on, and as you guys can see, the Discord is friggin' popping. So, jump in the Discord, have some fun, and let's see what's going on, man, because you don't want to miss out on that fun, dude. Honestly, I promise you that. You definitely don't want to miss out on that fun. So hit that Discord link. I think it's in the comments already. If not, I'm going to just re-drop it real quick just to show you guys that Discord link, because that link will expire in 7 days. So join up now. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Now, let's move on to the next part of the show, which is the stoner joke of the day, guys. Today we getting stoned and we smashing likes. So, guys, smash that like and show us some love. We got 92 people in the chat right now. I just want to say big ups to everyone in the chat right now. But on that note, let's get into the stoner joke of the day. So, I got a little one to show you guys. This is actually a pretty funny picture that I saw. It's almost like what I see and what my weed sees. So, what do I see? I see a beautiful jar of weed. What does my weed see? My weed sees me looking all giddy like, I got the flowers. I got the flowers. Time to smoke that shit, bro. That's almost like those pictures of like what people's grow tent sees, and they see your stupid face inside of that grow tent all the time, looking at it like, what have you got in here? Oh man, I love that, man. Now I got another joke for you guys. So, what did the frog say when it was past the bong? So one frog passed the bong to its another frog friend, and what did the frog say? Rip it. Rip it. Rip it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm done. I promise. I'm done. Rip it. Well, no, this is another one, man, because I love this one, guys. Now, I told my doctor, honestly, I went to the doctor recently. I'm just joking. I did not. But I went to the doctor recently. I was having problems with my joints, man, like my elbows and all that shit. I was having some problems with my joints. My doctor told me to roll them tighter. Man. I was like, but I can't roll my joints anymore. Where's Graham Potter? I need some help. Bring the medical team. Oh, man, I love that shit, man. Now, this is another little one that I saw here that I wanted to share with you guys. So this one is a little funnier. It's a pretty much similar to the other one, man. When we out in France, we got weed and we got weed. Oh man, I love this shit, man. Honestly, I just like to catch some funny moments with you guys. I just realized you can't actually even see it. Let me see if I can move that around a little bit. We got weed and weed. We got weed and weed, guys. What a beautiful day, man. What a beautiful day. Most definitely. Now that was good, man. That was good. The joke of the day is always fun. It's always just a way to, break some of the stress that you guys are probably going through. Have a good laugh. Laughing and smiling brings out those anthocyanins in your brain and stuff. Makes you feel good. And that's just what it's all about, man. So shout out to everyone who's tuning in the chat right now, and I hope I just brought a little smile to your face. Now, that's not it, though, because we got some more stuff to talk about. So let's switch on into some of the other stories real quick. So the other stories, guys, actually, before we head into some of those stories, guys, make sure you're following the Uncensored channel. A lot of people don't know about the channel because YouTube doesn't notify anyone about our videos, especially when, it's uncensored and shit like that. So definitely check out our Uncensored channel. Got a lot of great stuff that we're posting on there, and you guys have been loving it so far. So definitely check it out. Drop a sub, drop a like, and show some love, man. I'm going to just drop that link in the comments for you guys again. And, you guys can check out what we got going on. I'm actually going to do a trim video with some stuff I harvested recently and do a live stream on that channel and show you guys some of the flower as I'm trimming it. It's dried up and everything. It's been drying for like about 14 days now, long, slow dry. So let's have some fun together, man. Check out that channel. and let's have some fun together. Perfect. Dope. Now let's get on to the second story, guys. Now, the second story is a funny one. Because depending on where you're living at, this one may or may not apply to you, depending on what your preferences are. So, we're living out in Illinois, man, and I told you guys we're moving across the friggin' country. So we start off in Cali yesterday, we're moving across. We went across to Colorado, we're moving across some more. We're going to hit up Virginia, we're going to hit up all these other places, man. But right now, can I legally smoke weed in my yard in Illinois? In Illinois, man, that's a crazy one. Do a lot of you people actually toke indoors, outdoors, or do you guys feel comfortable smoking outdoors? I know where I'm at, it's pretty cold, so I don't really like to go outdoors too much, But a lot of people like it. When I was out in the Caribbean, I'd love to smoke outdoors. It's nice and warm. It's humid. Everything is nice. You can smoke outdoors and enjoy it, man. When you smoke indoors, you get a little warm, super hot shit, just smoky and shit. But, so definitely let me know what you guys think. Now, this article is all about, can I smoke in my yard? Now, how would this affect you? Well, maybe you're smoking in your yard, but you're not in, you're not past your gate. So a lot of people know, it's legal to smoke in your own property. I'm on my property. I can do what I want. But once you step out of your door and people could see you and you're smoking and people can smell it, it may be a whole nother issue. But at the same token of the coin, I'm still in my yard, man. I'm still within the border of my property. So should I be able to do it? Should I not? And you guys know all these states got their own laws and shit. So, it literally begs the question, what happens if you got a backyard or a front yard or maybe a balcony? Is that okay? Is that not okay? Is that private property still? Is it not private property? Well, according to this article, legally abiding adults will still need to make a reasonable effort not to partake when they're near someone under the age of 21. So, you gotta be, if you're under the age of 21, you can't be near me when I'm toking this shit. Or you can't have none of it either, bro. None. But, that said, they're also saying that if you own the residence where you live at, then you're well within your right to smoke in the residence or outside in your yard. And that can happen legally since the residence was technically crowned as private property. So again, if you guys are blazing up and you want to blaze up, make sure you're in your yard, man. Make sure once you step out of that, you're in trouble, man. When I lived back in the Caribbean, there was I think there were some regulations that they had put in place, and you could not step out of your yard. If you were out in public property, the police could pass by and pick you up, man. I think that was during the whole pandemic and all that shit. So the police would pass by and pick you up. You got to stay indoors. They're trying to cut out all that partying and people getting together and gathering and shit like that. So everyone would go by their homies and they would stay inside, not even inside the house, but just inside the yard, man. And we'd be all outside. And once you're inside, but once you step out of that gate, you're out in that public property and you're out of the private property, shit can get wild and get wild real quick. So you always got to think about that. So that was just something for all those gromies living out in Illinois. Shout out for that. Paul, I'm seeing Paul in the chat. Paul says it's illegal here. Man, I can't wait for it to legalize where you're at, dude. I honestly can't wait for everyone to legalize where everyone is at. So shout out from South Africa. We got Growfather in the house. Big ups, Growfather, man. We got a lot of people tuning into the chat, guys. Drop in and let me know where you guys are tuned in from, what part of the world you're tuned in from. We got Mary from Hawaii. We got Mr. Awesome Badass. Shout out, Mr. Awesome. I go outside all the time. I just have to be careful. School property line is up against mine, so I don't. Wow, that's a scary one, dude. That always trips me out and sends my mind for a fucking trip. School's nearby, dude. Bruh, that's wild. That is wild. But honestly, sometimes it just happens. You don't gotta say in it, So that is big, man. Chapo Smokes lives in Cali. He smokes everywhere, man. I love that. Organically Blunt in the house as well, man. What is up? We've got a lot of people tuning in. Shout out to everyone tuning in. Norma G, I love you guys. Southern Cali tapping in. UK in the house. You got everyone in the house, man. So let's set on to our third story for the day, guys. So, third story for the day, guys, is another pretty interesting one, man. Now, like I said, we're moving around the U.S. to see what's going on, moving around the world to see what's going on. And this one, it's a pretty interesting one. I want to find out what you guys think. So, there's been a crackdown, targets, and this crackdown is targeting Long Island shops. So, we are out in Long Island now, and these shops are accused allegedly, I ain't saying they did, it's alleged, but it's accused that they're selling a lot of flowers, kind of products and stuff like that to kids. So that is pretty wild. And yesterday's article we went through, we actually went through a young guy who actually had a med card. So it's not unheard of for kids to be using CANNAB products. Sometimes it can be prescribed, but you want it to be prescribed, guys. You don't want it to be like the dude down by this unregulated shop is selling to my 5-year-old some fucking hard shit that's gonna have him lit. Like, bruh, what? That's not perfect. That's not perfect. You gotta take a flush for that shit, man. I'm gonna have to flush your ass down the toilet bowl for that shit. Cause that ain't right. That ain't happening, bro. So what I'm gonna say, guys, for sure, is definitely don't be that guy. If you have seen this happening, don't be that guy. But these store owners are accused for selling THC gummies. But how are these businesses still open? That's the bigger question, right? How the hell is it open? And I actually heard about THC gummies being given out last Halloween. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but last Halloween people were giving out THC gummies to kids, as if they were regular shit, man. And that guy got arrested. I can't even remember where he was from, dude. Like, was it New York? Was it Cali? I honestly can't remember, dude. But he was just giving out packs of gummies to kids. Like, these kids are coming by like, hey, trick or treat, uncle. Trick or treat, can I have some goodies? And my man is like, yeah, you can hold this pack of Elements rolling paper. You can also hold some of these THC gummies. Make sure to eat them all, and you can go get fucking blazed. And bruh, what? That shit is wild, man. So guys, smash to the like button, because I'm just having a look at the chat and I'm seeing we got a lot of people in chat but only 60 likes. So something is off, man. Something is off. We got to get more likes up. Now let's head back on over to the article, man. Now the last time when this happened during October, I think the parents found it before it actually happened, right? But for this one, it was like a whole smoke shop bust and everything, man. So on Thursday afternoon, cameras were rolling and shit. Like, they had cameras on the scene and everything, man, which is wow. This is like some TV shit, bro. So narcotics officers had just made an undercover buy. So they pass through, bro, and they buying from you undercover, dude. Like, this shit ain't nothing new. This is some Bad Boys 1 and Bad Boys 2 type shit. Mike motherfucking Lowry, bro, if you get what I'm trying to say. So they actually passed through and they copped some of these shit, man, and they literally did a sting on him, busted him, and they asked him like, are you selling any of these THC gummies to minors? And he was like, no comment. Obviously, you ain't got no comment, bro. The police just came up and caught your ass, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, man. I'm just seeing Norma G saying stream is buffering. I hope we got it fixed, man. It says it's cool on my end from the looks of it, but that may change. Now, we do have municipalities, I always fuck that word up, who have approved the sale of marijuana, and we believe it's wrong, which is pretty crazy, man, come to think of it. So as you guys can see, a lot, and they say that they've seen at least a dozen cases like this year, man. People can overdose on this shit, they say. According to the U.S. Poison Control, the number has risen from 207 to more than 3,000. That's a lot. That's a 14-fold increase in just 4 years. So again, you just got to be careful and cautious, guys. Like, as older adults, we can take some of these stuff and be fine, but I'm not sure if like the kids can. I'm really not sure like how that shit works out for them. So you guys will want to be careful if you got kids, and just be cautious as to where they get their snacks from and shit like that, man. So honestly, I just wanted to bring that one to you guys' attention. They say they've seen like a dozen cases like that in the past year. I mean, I saw this come up during Halloween. That was just a few months ago. It's not that long of a time ago. As long as there's potential for profit, man, there's always going to be people trying to exploit that shit. So just always remember that, man. Now let's head into the third and final article of the day before we close off. And the third article is also a great one, guys. So there's a lot of things that people overlook, right? And everyone wants to grow at home. Everyone wants to grow that homegrown flower, which is fantastic. In fact, growing homegrown is great. But there's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. And I did a poll recently asking how much an ounce costs, and a lot of people dropped comments on that video, right? So guys, smash a friggin' like for that, because that video was a great video. We're doing more videos for you guys. We actually got a lot of stuff set up, and we can't wait to show you guys. But let's not get carried away. Now, we did a poll, and a lot of people were like, it's better to grow your own. You save a lot of money on flour. It's better to grow your own. But while it is better to grow your own, do you really save a lot of money on flour, though? That is the question for today, guys. So drop it in the comments and let me know what you guys think. Do you really save money on flour? You know, that's the Hadouken question for the day. That's the Hadouken question for the day. Let me know if you guys think you actually save money on flour, or are you just spending more money on utilities? Hits blunt, changes mind on everything. So in this article, that is exactly what they were talking about. And growing indoors may not be as green as you think, because a lot of people grow indoors. I myself grow indoors. But there's been a lot of increases in the energy across the U.S., man. I'm talking even here in Colorado, XL Energy's been playing the fucking ass, bro. They've been playing some crazy hype games and shit. And then they say it's going to stop. But you never know. So, as I was saying, Portland, Maine may be known for its blueberries, potatoes, and milk, but not one of these are Maine's most valuable crop. So what does that go to show, guys? The real crop out here is the flowers, bruh. The real cash crop is the marijuana. Perfect. So, that crown as of 2020 belongs to cannabis, right? The most valuable crop in Maine is cannabis, which is crazy. Sales total $266 million that year, compared to $184 million for potatoes, $124 for milk, $26 million for blueberries. Like, bro, get those fucking blueberries out of here, bro. Those blueberries can't even run with us, man. What are you talking about, man? Even milk, and everyone needs milk, but the milk can't run with us either. So, what I'm trying to say is that even potatoes, which is a staple, French fries, mashed potatoes, potato dauphinoise or whatever, like, you can do a lot of different things with potatoes, and you still can't even catch up to the cannabis. Like, we almost doubling the amount that you did, bro. Almost 100 million more, man, which is wild. So that begs the question, man. A lot of people are growing at home, and is it really as less expensive as we think than buying flowers? Like, with the dropping prices of flowers, you guys saw me cop an ounce of flour for $56, guys. And that's some Mac. I'm actually smoking on some of that right now, mixed with some homegrown. But is it really cheaper? Because you can grab an ounce for $66, and you know the time it takes to grow your homegrown, the cost, the utilities, the expenses. You know, it's just something that I wanted to think about with you guys. Just a thought, some food for thought. Because what they're saying is that producing cannabis can be really carbon intensive. And this report actually showed that the carbon footprint of an indoor production, this is probably the largest scale, but you can always scale it down based on your own setup, found that cannabis production takes more than up to 1% of national electricity use. So the 2012 report published in the journal, granted 2012 is like 10 years old now, but it was published on the carbon footprint of indoor production. It found that cannabis production takes up to 1% more. It takes up to 1% of national electricity use. Now, that's a lot, considering how much people and how many people use electricity out here in the U.S., just in general, just because that's how we got to live. That's what we got to do. So, a separate study published in the Nature of Sustainability, which brings us back up to 2021, that's 2 years ago, estimated that growing just 1 ounce of cannabis indoors is equivalent to burning 11 gallons of gasoline. So you burn 11 gallons of gas for 1 ounce, right? And you can grab an ounce for $56 where I'm at, and I can't even fill up my gas tank for $56, bro. So does that put things in perspective or what? Like, it really makes you think, eh? Because, bruh, but when I was out in the Caribbean, I know, like, electricity is a lot cheaper than it is up here. It's a lot cheaper, and people literally said it was dirt cheap. Like, I looked at some of those CANNAB seminars and stuff, and people are like, yeah, we like to go out to the Caribbean, especially out in Trinidad, because it's really cheap for electricity. You can have indoor grow setups and stuff like that, and it would not cost you as much as it would. It will cost you a fraction of the cost, right? So that gets you wondering, like, if your electricity bills and utility bills are super high, then maybe it may not be the best option. But then if the flour in your area is also really high, then maybe it is the better option. So all you got to do, I think, is that if you are growing indoors, think of ways that you can cut down that electricity cost. Because there are small things that electricity companies do to hike up those costs. Like, they will charge you more during the day. So they will charge you, let's say, 58 cents during the day, but they will charge you 14 cents at night. So you can just run your shit at night, because 14 cents versus 58 cents, per whatever kilowatt per minute or whatever, that adds up, bro. And that adds up fucking fast, bro. So trust me on that one, man. Those are little things that you can do. Like, sometimes even out here in Colorado, they published something recently, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be washing my clothes. My grow tent gonna be on in the night. Nothing's gonna be on in the day, man. The clothes dryer, nah, that's gonna be off in the day. The washing machine off in the day. Forget all that shit, bro, because that cost can rise. So that's just a little bit tip for you guys. And if you guys want to save some of that cash, that's all about it. Now, shout out to everyone in the chat. We got Volcano Rebel in the chat. We got, but that's a real nice. When you live on a volcano, you don't worry about carbon input. That is pretty cool, man. Living on a volcano must be pretty interesting. I would love to see how that goes. Now, Larry, I agree with you 100%. It's not about the money, it's the enjoyment of growing. Yeah, man, it's so rewarding. It's so refreshing to grow your own plant and have your own flowers, come out of it. You know what's going in there. You can care for it. You can take care and pride, and that is the great thing of it. So a lot of the times it's more than just the money behind it. And if you have a small grow setup, honestly, it may not be that bad. It may be a fraction of the price. So this is probably, like I mentioned, talking about larger grow setups, but they did mention that to produce 1 ounce costs this. But again, that may be in the larger setups, which have a much bigger carbon footprint. But it just gets you wondering, man. And this is out in Maine, so honestly, let's go on and show you guys. They say sometimes the stress that the plant gets from being exposed to the elements, whether it's storms or frost or wind, those actually help the plant express certain characteristics that are deemed favorable to the consumer. So you guys would have seen that recently on our video as well, man. We stress tested the plant, had it drop to -0 degrees. -0 degrees, that makes no sense. 0 degrees Celsius, negative in terms of degrees Celsius, past freezing point and shit, and it was super stressed out. Those are actually the plants we're going to harvest later on the raw channel. So definitely check out that uncensored raw channel, because everything is uncensored and raw on that channel, and we're going to be doing that there. But we tested it out and brought out some serious purples. All those plants were some of the purplest plants I've ever grown in my life, man. So 100%, it's not, but like it's not all about that. So a lot of people don't want to stress their plants to that point sometimes, and sometimes it's not necessary. So it's all about what you can do in your setup, and try to do it as efficiently as possible and not have wasted light. And if you're growing in a grow tent, you really can't contain that. So small little things can adjust your setup and save you in your pocket, man. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because that's a great way. I know a lot of growers are growing inside, and we all need to work on reducing our carbon footprints, man. We want to save the world. We love plants. We all love plants. We gotta love the environment, love Mother Earth, and love the world as well, man. So on that note, let's switch into the final segment, man. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much. We had a great chat, a great session with you, Ken. The ICANN show is always a great way to, kick it with you guys, see what is going on with you guys, show some love. We got everyone in the chat: Doc Holiday, Norma G, Volcano Rebel, Drew, we got Larry, we got Brian, everyone tuned in. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in today. We had a fantastic show, and we'll be doing this very often, man. So look out for the next one, because who knows, it may be tomorrow, it may be on the weekend. It's gonna be very fucking soon, so don't miss that, man. And guys, definitely perfect. Check out some of that Diesel Dog. We got some dope stuff for you guys. Diesel Dog clothing, some of the 420 gear, fly ass gear, some of the best gear out there. I'm working on all the designs myself, and I hope you guys really like it. So show some love. Show some love, cop a little t-shirt, support the channel, cop a hoodie, join up with the Discord fam. Don't forget that, because we got a lot of people tuning in on the Discord right now. And I really just want to say thank you to everyone that is in the live chat right now, has tuned in, drop their chats and drop their comments and engage in the chat. You guys are really awesome. We couldn't do it without you guys. You guys rock. Shout out to the ICANN fam. The ICANN fam show is here to stay, and it's going to be all about you guys. So definitely join up in the Discord, and we're gonna do some crazy, crazy cool stuff, man. So smash a like. Most importantly, stay motherfucking high, cause I am, and stay motherfucking fly. And we'll see you on the next.